A warm welcome, lovely people. How are you doing? How's been your week? I was last here on Thursday at the same time. But I'm glad to be here once again, and thank you so much for joining me. This is Heartbeat. It normally airs every Thursday, 8 p.m. up to 9. It's a love show for the youth out there. I represent you with love issues. You have an issue and you don't have anyone to share it with. You fear even your friends. You don't confide in them. This is a platform for you to speak out your heart, and we let you indulge in your problem. We sit in your problem and try to find out where the problem could be and how best you can sustain your relationship. Because we don't look at separation, we look at you sustaining that relationship and probably leads you to marriage. How about that? My name is Julie to take you through in these 55 minutes, fully packed for you with amazing music, and that song that has opened up our show is a very amazing music video coming in from Stanley, and it's called Call Me. It's an amazing music video going out to whoever who has tuned in. Well, this is a show for you if you have any birthday parties, for the adults, not for your children. Hello. Well, you have any pre-weddings, baby shower, bridal shower, you hit on me and try to let me know about that event, and I'll be in your space. I'll give you at least 10 minutes of my time, because these are things that contribute a lot to our relationships to last. But they've not been looked at. We treasure weddings and introductions. We also have a show here on TV, but we don't have any show for that. So this is a show that has come to show the entire world that you're doing well in your relationship. How about that? Throw a birthday party for your loved one. Call me, I'll be there, and I'll try to give you a little time on this show to show everyone how you're doing with your boyfriend. Well, we have love letters, and today I have a letter that we are going to listen to. Yes, you're going to use your eyes and watch, but better still, I need you to listen because it's a voiceover. Here is a young girl crying over a certain problem. Well, some people don't take it to be like too much. I one time bumped into a group of people who were talking about this very show, and they're like, some issues are better solved by us than probably making it public. But they don't know that we have a weakness of sharing our problems with our friends. You better share it with a presenter on a certain TV station than your friend, because you confide in those people and you believe they're the best people to handle your problem. And here is the show that gives you a platform for that. We involve the audience. Probably they would have been through the same problem or going through the same problem, and you're speaking on behalf of so many people out there. Or better still, that person knows how to handle the same situation. They say a doctor to treat cancer doesn't mean that he has ever been sick of the same disease. But because he has knowledge about it, he would treat you and you get better. How about that? We have a letter today, tabled. And as of now, I want us to prepare and listen to this letter. Find out where the problem could be and how best we can advise this young girl. Here is the letter. I've known this man since 2013. That's about 4 years back, but only started to see him romantically in July last year, 2016. Things were going on well, and I thought he was really a nice guy. We met up a few times, but he only took me to hotels, not even his home, and he was always late whenever we were to meet up. After about our third date, I had sex with him, and then it just became a more frequent thing for us. He was sweet and well behaved at the beginning, but after a while, he suddenly began to ignore me. No replies to my texts for hours, with immature excuses like I've been busy. I couldn't take it anymore, so I told him we should end this meaningless relationship. At first, he was hesitant, but later, he agreed. From that moment, I surely confirmed that he just didn't care. However, I couldn't settle even for a minute without talking to him because I love him unconditionally. So I would text, and call. But the conversation was no longer flowing as it used to be. I was hurt and confused. Before we had sex, he filled my head with lies, struck dreams about how our future would be. It's now been more than 24 hours since my last text, and no reply. I want to call to find out what really happened, why it ended, but I'm not sure if I'm being too clingy or needy by contacting him when it's evident he only used me for sex. Heartbeat, how can I get an answer? What really happened? Is there any reasons to continue texting him? I'm feeling used. This is Frosha from Mango. Welcome back and thank you so much for watching. We had a letter from Frosha. Frosha is coming in from Mango. Yeah, she says she's been in relationship for some good time, but she started taking this relationship serious last year, like some late last year. She was seeing this guy for some time, like since 2013, but they started dating, like serious relationship last year, that is 2016. So we are counting their relationship as a 1-year-old something. And she says that this man was charming, looking so nice, you know, this was the best man to date. But unfortunately, suddenly, in the middle of their journey to maybe marriage and something of the sort, because we normally have ambitions and we fall in love just because probably you would love this relationship to last for some good time, and it leads you to marriage. So when the relationship moved on so well, on their third date, we are counting 1 day, second day, and then the third day that she met this guy, they engaged. They had to move in together. So from that day, things were not moving on so well. She claims that they slept together because it was a frequent thing. After knowing each other, started doing it like boyfriend, girlfriend. So when time went on, she came to realize that the guy is trying to back off from this relationship, trying to send texts and the guy doesn't reply, try to a little bit call and the guy doesn't pick. But one of the worst things is whenever she tries to reach out to this guy, he says that he has always been busy. So she was so furious about it and she was like, how about we put this relationship on hold? Maybe after some time, when we find out that we have better reasons to hold it back, we shall get it back, where we stopped. So the guy took it serious because maybe his intention was to jump off and quit this relationship. So after some time, Frosha realized that she cannot even sleep without talking to this guy. She says she loves the guy very, very much, unconditionally. So she could actually disturb him, try to send texts, or try to call. But the conversation was not flowing as it was meant to be, or as it was at the beginning. She realized that maybe there was something fishy about the relationship. So she continued, wanting not to give up as a person because you're in love, but the other person shows you that he's not interested, even if it doesn't come out clearly to tell you that let's end the relationship. So after some time, this relationship, she says that the day she wrote the letter, she said that she sent a text to this guy, and it was almost a day the guy had not actually replied, even if the text shows that the guy saw the message, but it didn't have any replies. She was very worried, saying that maybe the guy is trying to avoid her, and she feels that because she gave in, they involved with the guy, she feels used as of now. It hurts her so much that she couldn't go in with this man whom she really loved a lot, that she's confused right now, and she's blaming herself to fall in love with a guy who doesn't love her right now, feeling used as of late. She doesn't know what to do. She says in the letter that can she go ahead and call the man to find out what really happened? Is it necessary? Or she just backs off and leave the relationship the way it is and try maybe to find someone else. That's the reason as to why she wrote to us. Maybe she bumped into this relationship and, you know, this fairy tale of new love, new relationship. It was there, but it ended. And she thinks maybe she rushed into it, giving in to a man. Or maybe the man just sensed something and feels like, oh, maybe this relationship can't go on. But he has never come out clearly to tell her that this happened. He's silent. How would you advise Frosha? This is where we derived our topic of discussion. And we are asking, what are the most common reasons why new relationships fail? Our topic of discussion is, what are the most common reasons why new relationships fail? Because we look at this relationship as new, fresh, whereby we expect them to be having quite a lot. What she really expected, going out, for dinners, having fun together. You know how a new relationship is, but it's a little bit different as we are talking right now, and we don't know why. Could you find out some of those common reasons why new relationships fail? Because if it was long time, we would have said, or maybe they knew that they were not a perfect match, and now, put their relationship on hold. So now it's new, fresh, as you hear it. It's not yet even a year, but it has hit a snag. What do you think? Please reach us on our Facebook page, Record TV Heartbeats. The topic is already posted there. You can as well use the WhatsApp number, because I will not be able to receive phone calls in the show. We use WhatsApp, so go ahead and send your message on our WhatsApp number that is right on your TV screen. Send your message as early as possible so that we are able to read it just on air. My name is Julie, and right at this minute, I would love to take a short break. When I come back, I have two guests in studio with me, and I'll introduce them when they hit the platform here. Keep it there. Well, thank you so much for watching. I'm glad that you're still there. You're watching Heartbeat. And as I promised you that I'll be back with my guests in studio that are going to help me dig deeper into where this problem would be. Frosha, who wrote to us, you're crying over a problem, but they've been keenly hearing the letter they've observed. On my left-hand side, I have an amazing outspoken radio presenter. She's so beautiful. Presenters now.
Yes.
Yes, and they all deal in love issues, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm glad. Let's go direct to the letter. Joe, what do you think about the letter?
She mentions that it's a relationship. I don't think it was a relationship yet. It was maybe the beginning, but I think she put out too early. Like on the third date, really, that's a little too soon. That was my first problem. And then the second thing is that she had known him for quite a while. She said that she had known him from 2013. And up to now, you have not seen where he lives. You've not been introduced to any friends. Because I think when it comes to human beings, almost when you introduce them to other people, they kind of become accountable. So the more people that he introduces you to, you kind of almost like in his inner circle, it's like, okay, let me introduce you to my family. Now that's the big one. But if he introduces you to a few friends, he could still sleep with you and leave you.
How do friends come in here? Do they play a big role in your relationship? Because I'm seeing it as a third party.
It does.
Relationship is for two people anyway.
Yes, but friends do have a say on the person that you're dating, and that's why they'll introduce you. If he never even introduces you, he's not really into it.
Are you sure?
I would think
Joe,
so.
I'll come back to you. Yes, CRISPUS, what do you think about the letter?
I'm going to. This lady here belongs to a group of people I call hopeless romantics.
Yes, you're going to explain.
Hopeless romantics are the kinds of people. Can be a man, can be a woman. They go like they fall in deep. They forget about whatever is happening.
Is it a problem to fall in love with someone?
It's not a problem, but how you're handling yourself.
Yeah.
You get how you're handling yourself matters. Falling in deep, because now you see, she gave in. She saw this as maybe even it was because of the looks, and she fell in deep because maybe one of the lips. That's
she claims there are some physical things that she looked at. I mean, she didn't look at the physical things. I mean, I'm sorry about that. She looked at so many things. She talked about, well, behaviors, because the guy is so well behaved. Yeah. So she was observant.
But people
you know, once you look at someone,
people pretend.
Yes, they do.
People pretend.
how are you going to know, my dear?
I can't
Time.
pretend.
It's not until I give you, maybe I stay with you, give you some time. That's when I'm going to learn.
Let me tell
Who
you,
you
I
are,
can
character,
pretend for
personality.
whatever time I want.
And I mean,
And I've hide
they
it
were
from
friends
you.
before, isn't
They
it?
were friends before, yes, but you're not going to know everything about me, even if you're friends.
Joe, let me ask you something. We have friends
Yes.
who are, you know, we have, friends who we don't even confine in. Yes. How are you going to open up to those people about your new relationship, your boyfriend?
It's not
and girls even have low self-esteem. You think probably if you discuss your relationship with someone else, maybe the girl will bump into your relationship and spoil it just like that. So you feel you have to have it, it's yourself, it's you.
But that also puts you at a disadvantage. I think when, let's say, friends can help you see it in a different light. You're kind of looking at this situation with your love goggles. You're blinded by how he spends on you. He takes you to hotels.
Exactly.
That sounds nice. But then your friends will be like, okay, have you met any of his friends? Has he gotten to maybe introduce you to family? Has he talked about the future? But because you're so blinded by love, you don't see those things. So you keeping it to yourself is actually a disadvantage.
Julie.
Do you think it's too late
Julie, I've said
for her to get to
Julie,
know all that?
I've
Because
said this.
they've just started this romantic
Listen,
thing
I've
just
said,
months. It's
I've
not
said
even a year.
this before here on this show. I've told you, I can spoil you
Yeah.
the same way I'm going to spoil my side chick.
Yeah.
And you'll never suspect me of cheating on you or doing anything.
Yes.
I can be good to you whatever. The same way I'm good to you is the same way I'm going to be good on this to the side chick. So it was too early for her.
She must.
Maybe
She was
to-
also a little
to-
naive.
you get-
She was a little
It was too early for her to judge, oh man, this is the right guy. No. I can't pretend for as long as I want and you won't find
Judging
out
might not
anything.
be a problem, but I'm looking at fresher. I mean, seeing someone first sight. I mean, you fall in love, and much as she has seen this guy for some time back, even if they were not involved in any kind of relationship, but you think you know the person, and it was just too soon for the guy to introduce her to the parents. It was so early. I mean, she thought it was just a process. Even if she slept with the guy, it's just a process to build. Maybe next time the guy would come and say, "I want you to meet my parents." You know, it is a growing relationship.
See, the problem is one. For your two parties, I love you, but when I find out that you love me more than I do, there's a problem. Because me, I can play hide and seek on you. I act like I love you, yet I don't. Yes, you see how she was sending messages, the guy wasn't replying. The guy already...
She was inquisitive.
She read her mind.
Yeah.
The chick loved too much. She went in deep. That's why I called her hopeless romantic. She went in deep. And the guy was like, okay, I can play around with
this
this
guy
one.
comes back. I want Fresher to write to us that the guy came back. And I want to bring you here on the show. What will you be? What will be your reply? I mean,
He still wants sex. That's it.
Oh,
Thank you.
No, that's
Thank
it.
you.
I think
Thank
another
you.
thing about relationships, you have to understand that men and women are very different. When I see someone and I like them, what I want is different from when he sees me and he likes me. He just wants sex. I'm sorry, but that's how guys are. It's sex the first time they see you. He's not thinking about you walking down the aisle.
but I've not
He's
Yeah.
not.
I've not
He's just
seen-
thinking about you in his bed.
Joe, I've not seen any
I'm a
couple.
guy, I'll agree.
No. I've not seen any couple. I've not seen girls and boys out there who are in relationship, but they haven't involved each other. Yeah, they also do it,
But with time.
and their relationship has
With
lasted.
time.
Let me tell you.
That's why girls have that. Remember, there's like that rule of the 60-day, the 30-day rule. Some girls can go 90 days without sex, and that's almost to test the man.
And the
to
guy
see.
will wait.
Is it
And they say
Guys
some guys.
can wait
I
for
know
2
guys
years.
who have waited for years,
2 years.
and they'll
And
still
the
have to
moment
see
they-
the girl and they'll run away.
No.
Yes,
Me, I can wait for 2
yes,
years.
guys have amazing patience.
Okay.
Okay.
You're still watching Heartbeat, and I'm glad you're still there. Right now, we are going to take a short break, but we are going to pick it from there when we come back. Keep it there.
feel so fly with my chillin' fun time. Fun time is a time, grab some. If you wanna have fun, fun time, would you be my plan, hon? Take more if you wanna go, rehab, Take more if you wanna get, So watch me get my vibe, so high up on my ride. Fun time all the time.
Enjoy the fresh tangerine tasting Reham Fun Time and conquer your thirst. Fun Time, fun all the time.
This is new, this is fresh, this is spectacular. Introducing Emera Club in Kamocha, Kira Road near Dream Studios. We promote artists and hold video premieres. We have the Ladies' Night, Reggae Night and Celebrity Nights. At Emera Club, you buy 4 bottles of beer and get 1 free. We have DSTV that is fully installed for soccer fans to watch all football matches. For more information, call us on 0703 434 808. This is Emera Club.
You're still watching Heartbeat, and we have a letter tabled right now from Frosha in Mango. She's even watching now. She says she has been friends with a certain guy since 2013, but their relationship started growing last year. They started dating seriously last year. It's not yet even a year, but on their 3rd date, she engaged with the man. They had sex, of course. And then later after that, the guy started behaving weirdly. Doesn't want to reply her texts, doesn't want to pick her calls. The next thing he could say that he has been busy and things like that. So Frosha was so tired about this and says, this relationship is meaningless. How about we put it on hold? The guy was hesitant at the beginning, but later agreed. But again, Frosha found it that it was so difficult for her to stay away from the man. She began the conversation after some time and tried to send texts to the guy, trying to send messages, calls. But the conversation was not flowing like it was at the beginning. Unfortunately, maybe the guy was planning for something else, or maybe run away from her. So she says that she has not heard from the guy before, even if she sent the text. And she feels used because she slept with this man on their 3rd date. Their relationship is not yet even a year. That's very unfortunate. And she feels, or maybe she's betrayed. She had dreams running in her mind, thinking about their future together. Can you imagine drawing, building castles, things that will never happen? But again, she said she's asking herself that, why did it happen? Did she go wrong anywhere? She feels that it's really too bad that she slept with the guy, and now the guy seemed to be backing off. So she doesn't know what to do. That's why she wrote to us to find out where the problem could be. Can she retain the relationship or leave it at that and move on and find someone else who is much better? In studios, I told you, I have 2 radio presenters, one from Sanyu FM and another one from 97.7 Record FM. They are all doing love shows, and they're here giving us their perspective. What do they think and how do they read this later? Now we are going in the topic. We picked a topic from the letter and we are asking, what are the common reasons as to why these new relationships fail? If a relationship is new, that's when you get all the best from the person you love. But here we are seeing something different. What do you think, Joe?
I think relationships today are hard because of a number of reasons. First is maybe this generation, we have been a little spoiled. We haven't learned enough lessons from, let's say, our parents, like when it comes to sacrifice. We are not willing to sacrifice. When it comes to our time, when it comes to different things, we're just not givers. We kind of want to receive more. I want you to do this for me, I want you to do this for me, I want you to do this for me, and not actually giving. We're not as
So giving. You become so demanding.
I think it's our nature, maybe. And then another thing is that we compare our relationships with what we see on TV, and you're thinking, they
watching movies.
They looked at each other from across the room and they fell in love instantly. No, love, I would like to think, takes time. It just doesn't happen like that. It's like a respect and genuine like of the person, not just, you know, he makes me excited.
Yeah, it makes me feel good.
Yeah, that's nice, but that can almost happen with everyone or anyone.
Okay, CRISPUS, pick it from there. What are those common reasons as why new relationships fail?
Well, I think these new relationships, most of them guys are very superficial. You know, biology, you know, tells us that maybe when you marry a beautiful woman or you get married to a handsome guy, you're going to have all these nice kids, right? So, you know, you'll go past the character of the person and you just look at, you know, the looks of the guy and you fall for that. That's wrong, you know, because eventually someone is going to grow old and those nice looks will be worn out. But here you're going to continue staying with the character of the person.
Yeah. You
get it? So that's why I think, you know, these guys, these new couples, you know, they're so superficial, they go for the outlook. And another thing maybe is, like she put it, TV romance, you know, watch a lot of Telemundo here and there, left, right, and center, and you want that to happen in your house. It's not going to happen. We need to face reality.
You want your storyline to be written like that.
You need to face reality. Then there's one thing before I forget: lack of communication skills.
Oh yeah, that's important.
You get it? You know, you're going to sit down on a problem you have with your partner. You keep quiet until when you're like, you know what? Let's break up. Then the bottle opens up. You did this to me. You used to do this to me. Why wait at the last minute? Then you open up all those problems. Why don't you sit down when the problem happens? Like, Julie, you cheat on me. Why? I don't know if you can entertain.
And you know, I actually think when it comes to communication, it goes even before a problem comes in. Like, communication starts even before you even become boyfriend and girlfriend. You ask, what are we doing? It's an uncomfortable conversation to have, but it's very important. Are we just friends with benefits?
Yeah.
Are we boyfriend and girlfriend?
So that's the conversation.
Those are the tough conversations
for each other.
Well, hopefully before
which many people don't want to have.
Yeah, because it's not romantic. You sound needy, like, and you sound desperate.
But how about I imagine that maybe we are in love and, you know, magic works out.
But he could be wanting sex. Exactly. It's much better to hear it from him. And tell him.
Have you ever had any man saying that I want sex from you?
Oh yes. But that's the thing. Guys are honest.
I'm not saying no.
They are honest. Ask and you will get your answer.
Okay, let me tell you.
Ask.
There are a few guys who are bold enough and they'll tell you, I want sex from you. There are few. But like I told you, there are people out there right now who are in relationships and this guy, it is sugar-coated with love. Yeah. But behind it, there's sex. There's lust.
It's lust.
You get it? It is a lustful relationship. It's all about sex.
It's much better to say I'm in lust with
you.
You mean I'm in love with you? I'm like,
you mean getting to know all that? It must be like a talk, a chat.
That's what you're talking about when you're going out on your dates. What are you talking about?
I don't know what you.
No, you're talking about real things. So the first date, you're getting to know each other. Oh, he likes that. He likes this. He likes that. The second date, okay, you're still liking that. Third date should be real stuff. How are you raised? What are your values? Exactly. Where do you see this? Where do you see this going? Do you want to get married? Do you want to have kids? Have that uncomfortable conversation. And if he runs away,
I don't think Russia went through all that. I don't think that she didn't go through all that.
He was taking her to hotels.
Can you have such a conversation on your first date? Yeah. With the person you're trying to date?
I even always ask, why did you break up with your ex? I know that.
Are you concerned about that?
Yeah, you know, I don't want to break up with you. I don't want to do the same mistakes as your ex, you know. I don't want to get into a situation whereby...
But to find out if it was a problem.
You know, I don't want to be in a situation whereby, you know, you're going to be like, oh, he's about to be like the ex. You get it? So I try to avoid, I ask you, why did you break up? Was the sex bad?
So you want to make it
Did you cheat?
Did you cheat? Or
you know, I've seen couples who are uncomfortable talking about their past because they believe it's in the past. It's now the present. They want to see things that are present. I mean,
but people never change. That's the thing, is that we are human beings. To
90% of couples don't want to speak about their past.
To a certain extent,
because your past might not be good and your partner might not like it, but maybe you had something together.
So you're more comfortable with the person accepting things that they don't know about you or lies
Because that's
It's
what
much
I'm
better if
saying.
the person accepts you
Julie,
for all your
Julie,
flaws,
Julie,
all the mistakes
here's
that
the
you've
problem.
made.
He is the problem. You people don't find out who your partner was. You get?
And you need to do
think,
research.
I think it's good.
That's another thing. You need to do
You
research.
find out who your partner was.
Oh, yeah.
Then just I met this handsome guy. Let's
Yeah.
go in. I love you. I love you.
You
You
need to be a
continue like
little
that.
smart about
You don't know who he was.
So that's the problem of new
That's the
relationships.
problem. Yes. Some of them, fail to find out who their partner was. That's why I told you. I'll ask you. Why did you break up with your ex? The sex was bad. He cheated on
I'm
you.
also
But I
not-
don't think I would go that direct. I would more go to your friends and ask. I think maybe that's a little sneaky,
Okay.
but I know a person is going to always sugarcoat it. They'll never give you the
Okay.
truth. But if you have like a common friend, and that's all you need is
Okay.
Facebook. Look at mutual friends. Okay?
Really?
And then you have a
the
conversation.
type-
You're like, oh
you
yeah, this
type
guy.
Look at it, Joe.
Oh, yeah, you need to do
I
research.
saw-
Your heart
this
is
was
on
a
the
joke on
line.
WhatsApp, and it was going like, shout us all the guys who call us, it was a lady writing this, I think, who call us our wife, yet my boyfriend is cheating on me, somewhere like that. I wouldn't advise you to go to friends,
I got friends.
because
she's the type.
I'm
know-
I'm
like,
kind of person.
I-
And I
I
will
know-
tell you, I am going to ask about
just
her.
because you are so greedy,
I'll tell
you
you.
didn't open up to her, so she will
Because
try
the-
to ask a friend.
the friends.
Which friend that can't be reliable? You cannot rely on
You
this
see-
friend, 'cause
Friends, not
He can-
one,
he can
not
lie.
two.
True.
People, it's research.
You see-
Your heart.
Joe,
Frosha could have avoided
Your
this.
relationship
She
is
knew
bound-
this guy
bound
for
to-
4 years
Joe.
and didn't have a
Joe,
conversation
I love,
about
Joe,
it.
I love you. I have my friends. I've told them, you guys, I'm going in for Joe. You get? They know all my dirty linen. They know it all. You get?
Yes.
So when you go to ask them, chances are high that
Is one of your
few
friends a girl? Is one of your friends a girl? Because we have a little bit of a sisterhood thing going. So if one of your friends is a girl and she knows that that guy is like a dog, she'll tell me that. Be careful.
And no.
that is warning enough for me.
Joe,
Don't
I've seen
touch
another
it.
thing
Don't
that
touch
friends don't want to open up to what their friends are because they feel they don't want to be
Those are the closest
a
of friends.
problem in
Yeah.
your relationship. Because once these people have separated or probably
You-
find problems,
the blame-
he's going to be accountable,
Yeah.
that person. So,
So
they
there are
rather
few
keep
people-
quiet with what they
yeah,
know
there are few people who will
about
open
them.
up.
They will never tell you that. And trust me,
there are
those who
few.
try to open up are always wrong. We always find their wrong side
Yeah.
of yeah.
Sadly, we
'cause-
can't go to their exes. That would be a good source of information.
But
But
Fresher
now-
is the kind of
Sadly, we
person who expected to learn more about the boyfriend
you-
as
from
time
him.
goes on. Yeah.
You're going to meet a guy who is friends with his exes.
I'm friends with my exes.
Yes. So if a guy is coming to hit on you, I think your exes would be a
come
wrong
up-
move.
I think they'll
to
still
ask-
tell the truth. They're like, okay, she's a little crazy. You might be careful on certain things. Don't talk about certain things. Because I think people, I don't know,
No.
why would people want to send you on a bad relationship? And these are your friends. Remember, it's not just his friends.
And
Because
how-
you have mutual
And how
friends.
do they
These
benefit
people are your
if you're
friends.
in a good relationship?
They'll tell you that, no, if he's a good guy, they'll tell you, oh yeah, he's a good guy. He's cool people. They'll tell you. If they are mutual friends, not just his friends. It's absolutely crazy to go to a guy and ask only his friends. Find friends of his, and I think that's also a good thing to date people maybe who you have common friends with. So they don't have loyalty to one person. Because another person is going to give you a skewed story.
Still friends.
I think friends are treasure trove.
Friends now.
If you can, maybe the ex.
I've not seen friends very important. Trust
Yeah,
me, I've not seen friends very important in relationships.
do that.
However, others have played a big role for relationship to fail.
Yeah.
I have one message here. I'm sorry, let me apologize to the audience. I have problem with my network, but one message tried to escape and come in. This one says, hey presenter, I'm Tom, 28 years. You're searching, okay. No, I just need messages that are contributing on our topic of discussion today and then later. We are talking about Frosha, who fell in love. Frosha fell in love
Fell
like
in
last year, late last year, and probably gave in to the man
Right,
before
fall in
even
love
8
every
months
time,
elapsed. And now she's crying that the man is running away, unfortunately. It's too
Also run
sad,
away.
it's really very bad.
Let her run
But
away.
she has hopes that maybe there is a problem that the guy spotted somewhere, somehow.
How hope as you're running away?
Not because he had lust. he he was in a relationship. He really loved, but because really something happened on the way, and they said, or maybe let me give it like some time. Let me pause a little bit. So later, after them trying to study each other, trying to find out what are those bad things. However, the only bad thing I'm seeing here, the guy doesn't communicate well to the girl.
That's the problem.
So they lack communication. There's no communication at all together.
And then when she actually then finally says, let's end it. And he's like, no. I don't know. When I read this, I was thinking, this guy just wanted to have sex. Look at it from my position, like from my point of view. It's like, okay, I meet this girl, I've known her for a long time. Oh, now we can have sex. Okay, we start having sex. And now she gets into a relationship phase and then the communication winds because that's not exactly what I was going for. And then when she finally gives me an out, I'm like, but my sex story is going. So that's when he hesitates. And then he's like, you know what? I'm kind of done with that. And he leaves you. So if he comes back, but it's for the sex.
He hasn't said it.
And
coming back,
I'm thinking,
guys,
I don't think he has.
Oh, he doesn't have to say it.
This is the conversation she should have
had. But why don't you
before.
communicate? I mean,
she should have asked this
I'm saying it that he was.
The guy is looking for the next spray.
Yeah.
He's looking for, like, I send you WhatsApp. Blue. Hi. Blue. How are you? Good night. Blue. No.
And she didn't even say that they were even boyfriend.
You see?
And girlfriend. Their relationship was not even defined.
No,
she just says, I have feelings.
Let me tell you something. This guy is, I don't know, he just wanted it for sex. But let me advise you. Move on.
Yes.
If he wants you, this is what I tell people every time. If someone wants you,
Let him just say.
you always have a way of nailing them when you move on, when they come to you. Like Joe moves on and I come and he's like, why did you leave in the first place? Then from there you can start reasoning them out bit by bit. Then you know what their first intentions were. But as now you're there whining and crying, the guy will come for rebound sex and again he will go. Again he will start, hi, I'm busy. Hi, I'm busy. Enter. You see? So move on. The guy is not there. That's what I can say.
And
So
learn
how do you advise Fresher?
to learn from this. Most guys, sadly, are like this. I think it might be a bad experience, but you learn a lot from bad experiences. So the next time, ask more questions. Don't just let him take you to hotels. Yes, hotels are fun, they are glamorous, but let him take you to his house. There's something about a man showing you where he sleeps. That's very personal.
Yeah.
It's almost like he's letting you into his world. And that's when also the friends come in. Let him introduce you to more people who will ask about you, who will be concerned about you, and they will ask him about you. And another thing would be, ask more questions. Do a little research on the guy. I mean, we have Google. Google is your friend. Use it. Facebook. Find out who he talks to.
Some people have names that Google can't even define.
You can find some kind of information, but to learn from this, next time maybe ask more questions. Don't have sex that early. Maybe be that kind of person who says 90-day rule. 90 days and try and see if that guy won't have sex.
90 days.
I know it's not very efficient.
Run away, you know. So whether you deny it or you don't deny it.
Like we're saying, like I know that thing of the 90 days is not because he's going to be sleeping with other women.
Yeah.
That's sad, but that's what guys will do. You're thinking he's waiting and he's not having sex, yet it's you not having sex while he's having sex with other people.
So how do you do it?
It's better give it to him.
You pray, God. You pray. You pray a whole lot. You ask a lot of questions, and hopefully.
But guys, guys don't like inquisitive women, right?
What does
like
he have to hide? What does he have to hide?
Like ladies asking too much.
Yeah,
guys don't like them.
That's the point.
So then how are we ever supposed to know about you?
This one says...
you find out.
I'll ask her one question a day.
Let me give one person a chance here. This one says, Masika Lauren from Nigeria. Some relationships fail so fast because ladies, we expect a lot from the guys. Especially when someone vibes you.
Thank you.
All you think is he is going to marry you. So when you realize it's not what he intended, you break up further. Send my regards to Bwambale CRISPUS from Recordtv-Uganda. This one must be your listener fan. Anyway, my last remarks as we do wind up. Fresher, it's really too bad. You know, I don't want to hear such stories. They discourage me, I swear. But anyway, you have to learn.
It's tough.
We learn in those challenging moments. Yeah. I mean, if you don't pick a leaf or listen and try to learn something, you're bound to lose, even in the next relationship. What Fresher you should do, I mean, it's going to be a little bit rude, but you just need to forget this man. You can ask, how am I going to forget the man? Yes, try to make more friends. I mean, make yourself busy. Try to forget him, even if you have his number. It would be even best if you remove it from your phone, yeah. Because it will help you you're going to forget all about him, everything. So try to be in circles of so many friends. Go out with your girlfriends, go have fun. You're going to forget about this one. Make friends. Through those friends that you've made, you're going to find one that is suitable for you. I mean, you don't deserve
I believe there are guys who are hitting on her already.
I mean, but yes. she has not given them attention because nobody have this fear at the beginning.
To do what exactly?
It's the right time to give them attention.
Oh,
yeah. Okay,
just attention.
But it's
attention. Okay. Then all of a sudden, you start forgetting about the other guy.
Yeah.
Because
even if he comes back, don't trust him in.
At first, it's very hard for you to confine into that person because you think would be like the past relationship. But trust me, you're going to find the best man ever. Just do that for sure. But sorry for that.
No, not the best man. Not the best man.
There are some perfect people.
Don't go think about the best man.
Perfect.
Say workable person.
Yes. By the way, that's all we had time for today on the show. This side, Joe. Yes. We spoke about one name of yours.
Yes.
What is your other name?
Katawara.
Katawara. Yes. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for coming.
It's good to be here. Thank you for
having me.
Greetings
to everyone at home.
Yes, they're watching.
Thank you so much for coming.
Always.
I'm so grateful that you joined me on the show.
Yeah.
It's all we had time for today on the show. It has been Heartbeats. Catch us again next week on Thursday at 8 p.m. I'm so glad that you people are watching. Well, leaving you with an English news bulletin at the top of the hour with Charlie Gonza Jacqueline coming up next right now. But from me and the entire team, we're saying, please have yourself a very good night.